If you're wondering what's happening to Bitcoin today, I'm going to bring you guys fully up to speed right now in this video. It's the most important crypto that you need to understand. So even if you're a holder of XRP or Picoin or anything like that, you need to understand what's going on with Bitcoin and the overall market so you can make informed decisions. So do me a favor, guys. These Bitcoin videos are still not doing so well here on the channel. So I'd really appreciate if you liked it, you watched the video all the way to the end if you do appreciate it, and leave me a little comment down there in the comment section. And please remember that nothing in the video is financial advice. Now, if we do jump onto the Bitcoin chart here, we can see 81,300 making very nice moves after bouncing here at 74,005, and I'm hoping we do break this resistance 81,006 and the local high of 83,004. If we can break the local high of 83,004 and flip that into a support, I think that could be very good for some upward potential for Bitcoin. Now, I don't like to use a lot of TA here on the channel. I do like to look at support and resistance and some patterns forming because I feel like that works the best for me. Of course, you guys should have your own strategies that you consider here. Now, this is the market that I'm looking at, or the price point that I'm looking at. Like I said, 83,005 basically. And I want to see that break and I want to flip it into a support. The reason why we want to flip it into a support is normally when we break, traders get in, right? And they start trading violently and then they go long and basically the market manipulators push the market down. So they get liquidated before letting the price run upwards. Now, how do we see this in real time? Well, we can look at the liquidation heat map. So we can see here in the last 24 hours, mostly long liquidations. We got $187 million there in longs and $110 million in shorts. What does this mean? Basically, in the last 24 hours, these are the positions that have been liquidated. So the exchanges, the manipulators, all of this, I think and believe they're the ones who are making this money. People would argue that no one makes this money, but I don't know. So what we can do is we can learn from this data and we can actually trade basically against it. So we can see here on the 30-day, still most people are short. Now this makes me bullish on the market because when most people think one way, normally it goes the opposite way. So if we do go here, you can see my trade on Bitcoin here. We got involved at 74,009. How did I figure out how to time basically the perfect local bottom? It might not be the only bottom, but the perfect local bottom. Simple. I came over to this chart. This is the Bitcoin exchange liquidation map. You can see it on CoinGlass. And I saw basically at that point, we had about $10 billion worth of short liquidations sitting at about 92. But this line here with the longs was basically non-existent. So the longs had been annihilated and everyone was going short on the market. So right now we have $9 billion worth of liquidations if the price of Bitcoin rocketed to $92,000 really fast, right? Because normally people will be able to take away their trades. They have their stop losses, all of that. So this wouldn't happen. But right on our resistance here is where there's $9 billion worth of liquidation. So I think it's quite likely now that we do head higher simply because we have more shorts than longs. Now, this doesn't guarantee anything. It's more like a percentage. So that's why I am currently long on Bitcoin. I'm long on SUI and I'm long on XRP. If you guys do want to trade and do something similar, there is a link to Weeks down there in the description. And right now you can get up to $30,000 worth of bonuses. And you can sign up from anywhere in the world and use this exchange from anywhere in the world because you don't need a VPN and you don't need to KYC. KYC meaning you don't need to provide personal details. You just need your email address, your password, and a couple of minutes to read the terms of service. So the links for that are in the description. Now, how am I going to play these trades? Well, it's quite simple. We got 52% gain on Bitcoin so far. And what we can do is we can just simply take profits slowly as we go up. So we can close a small percentage out and then we can let that ride. We can put a stop loss in so we are then break even. So basically at 74 or 75,000 on the dot, the trade would close and we would be in profit no matter what because we've been taking profits slowly. That's exactly what I do with these trades here. And guys, I think it's much better for my own strategy that instead of trying to time the perfect bottoms, even though we did get a really good entry here, we don't try and time perfectly the top. We DCA in and we DCA out. That's my plan and my strategy, and hopefully my videos can help you guys build your own strategies. If you do want to come and join the Crypto Strategy School, there is also a link to that in the description. You not only get access to all of my trades, but you also get access to all of our coaches, daily TA, live shows, pro traders, community traders, and so much more. So the link for that is in the description. Now, overall, what's affecting the market right now is core CPI inflation is back below 3% for the first time in 4 years. So this is why I believe that the markets are showing some bullish momentum in the futures. Futures meaning this is how they're going to open basically in the future. That's not exactly what it means, but guys, that's, the market's not open yet. So it's expecting this, and there is a pre-market trading happening right now. So with that said, we did have some monumental moves to the downside. And one thing I want you guys to be aware of, how impressive it is that the NASDAQ went down 21%. And in the same period of time, Bitcoin really went down about exactly the same. And from the highs to the lows, Bitcoin went down 31%. So just 10% more than the NASDAQ, guys. The NASDAQ is filled with these big tech companies. And don't you think it's absolutely incredible that Bitcoin only went down that amount in comparison to these massive tech giants? I think that really shows that people are expecting Bitcoin to be a powerhouse for a long time. And also they are looking at it as a flight to safety, or a place where they want to keep at least some of their net worth. We can see that 63% of the entire Bitcoin supply has not moved in a year, guys. It's not moved in a year. Even during this turbulent time, 63% of the holdings has not moved. I think that's super bullish, and I hope you guys do too. But if you don't, let me know in the comment section your reason for not thinking, because I think we can have a discussion about this and we can grow and learn from each other. And if you guys do want to trade similar to me, but with your own strategy, remember you can get up to $30,000 on weeks down there in the description. No matter where you are, you might as well go grab up to $30,000 while the opportunity is still there. And guys, I'll leave it with you, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.